Flavorful sausage, juicy burgers, tender meatballs, homemade meatloaf. These tasty recipes all have something in common: ground meat. Now, this is a very, very easy, basic recipe, but it has a couple little additions that really make it very tasty. Mom used to make this, at least once a week, because we would eat it and then we would also make sandwiches of it to take to school. Start with 4 slices of white bread right in the food processor. So this goes right into 2.5 pounds of ground beef, 2 carrots, and 2 ribs of celery. So look how pretty that looks. Wow. Yellow onions, some Italian flat leaf parsley, and 2 cloves of garlic. So that's the basic solids for this meatloaf. 1/2 cup of ketchup, 2 teaspoons of dried mustard, and 1 egg. Just pack this into the loaf pan. Okay, so now for the topping. Into 1/2 cup of ketchup, add a teaspoon of that same dried mustard, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. So coat well. This bakes for 90 minutes, or until a thermometer in the center reads 160 degrees. This is so good for dinner. If you're lucky to have any left over, just remember, it makes the best meatloaf sandwich. I just had to have my friend and butcher, Pat LaFreda, come here to show us how to make the best sausage.
Since we're going to be grinding this once through a coarse plate, we want to make strips like these.
So,
shall I start putting them in?
Yeah, sure.
Great. So this recipe calls for 3 pounds of pork butt. That's something you can order from your local butcher. Here are our seasonings. 3 tablespoons of ground fennel, 1/4 teaspoon of anise, 1 tablespoon of sugar.
Ground fennel as well as fennel seed.
Right. We're going to add 1.5 ounces of water to the seasoning. We're going to hand mix it. Now it's time to get our casings onto the sausage funnel. This slides right onto the horn. You just pull the tube out. So as you put that in, this just moves another 2 inches, let's say.
Yes.
And then that's going to be the end of it. And then we're just going to pull this off.
Well, this is a beautiful ring of sweet sausage. Thank you so much, Pat.
My pleasure.
And I do encourage each and every one of you to try making sausage at home. It's easy and it is fun. Do the burgers at your favorite restaurant always taste better than those that you make at home? Well, that's likely due to the popular restaurant trend of custom blending their cuts of meat to create burgers with the best proportions of flavor and fat. I have my meat grinder, and I'm doing a little bit of chuck and a little bit of sirloin. Now to form the burgers. So let's get this burger right on the griddle. Some thinly sliced sharp cheddar right on top of the burger. The perfect burger served at home. These burgers are definitely a cut above the ordinary. Wouldn't you agree? Italians call them polpette. To make great meatballs, you need to start with great meat. I also like to use Italian bread that is torn up into quite small pieces and moistened with a little bit of milk. This is the beef, this is the pork, and this is the veal. Mix this all together. Add 1 teaspoon of salt and 3/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of chopped oregano, 1/2 cup of chopped parsley, 1/2 of a medium onion, 1 cup of Parmesan cheese, ricotta, 1.5 cups, and the breadcrumbs. 1 egg broken up with a fork. This is everything you need for a meatball that you're going to love. And right into 450 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. These are hot out of the oven. And this is marinara sauce. Simmer approximately 30 minutes, partially covered. Yummy. With or without a garnish of Parmesan cheese. This is mouth-wateringly good. These meatballs can't be beat.